Today I'm going to show you how to upgrade this FX30 to the latest version, which is version 5. This new version brings shutter angle and a few other little goodies. The same steps we're going to follow here also applies to the FX3. You can get version 6 on the FX3, which also brings shutter angle and a few other things as well. Sony first released the upgrade for the FX3 and the FX30 back in September. The upgrade had some major problems and actually was breaking people's cameras. And so Sony had to quickly pull the update and then they took about a month and they fixed it. They went ahead and republished the upgrade as of October 9th. And so I decided to wait a while and make sure the upgrade was actually working and people weren't having any issues with a new upgrade before making this video. So it's now almost 2 months later since the fix, so I think it's a good time. I feel pretty comfortable now making this video, and I feel pretty comfortable telling you to go ahead and upgrade this way. So without further ado, let's get this update going. So the very first thing we're gonna do on the FX30, let's verify what version we're running. So to do this, you hit the menu button right here, and then you go to My Options, you go down to Version, and you click that. As you can see, I'm running version 4 of the FX30. The next step is you want to take your phone, your iPad, and go to the App Store and download the Creators app. Once you've downloaded the Creators app, let's go ahead and open it up. So what you want to do is you want to connect your camera. So I'm going to go ahead and go through some prompts. It's going to show you all the cameras that's compatible. So we'll go ahead and select the FX30. And it'll just go through some prompts here, so just follow those prompts along. So at this point, I want to tell you that in order to use the Creators app, there is a minimal version you must be running on your FX30 or your FX3. In the case of the FX3, you must be running at least version 3.0. As long as you have at least version 3.0, from now going forward, you can always use the Creators app to update your FX3. And with the FX30, as long as you have version 2.0 going forward, you can always upgrade. As you saw earlier, we have version 4, so we're past that, so we can go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna select that my camera does meet the requirement. So it wants me to prepare my camera, so I'm just gonna go ahead and follow the instructions here. The app is pretty much telling you what to do. So you first hit the menu button, go down to network, which is our green icon here, open network, go to connect to PC, and then go to smartphone connection. As soon as I got to that screen, I immediately saw my camera pop up on the list there. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it, and now it sees that I'm connected. Now it's recommending that I use the 5 gigahertz connection, so I'm just gonna go ahead and follow that recommendation, and I'm gonna connect to the FX30. And voila, there we go, we're connected to the FX30, and finally, there is the option to upgrade. We're gonna go ahead and agree to this disclosure here. Okay, so the very first thing that happens is you have to download the upgrade to your device, your phone, your iPad, whatever. So that's what's happening now. We're downloading the upgrade. It's downloading pretty fast, so we'll just go ahead and wait for it. Hey, if you're getting value out of this, I need you to hit the like button right now and hit the subscribe button. That does help me out a lot. And also, leave me some comments, engage with me. I'd love to hear from you. The files are now on the device. So we're gonna transfer the files. All right, so we're first gonna connect to the camera. Okay, this is great. So it's telling me that it can't proceed. My battery capacity is too low. So you probably wanna have as close to 100% as possible. And that's for good reason. You don't want during the upgrade process your battery to die. That could cause some problems for you. Now I have a battery in here that is running at 100%. So let's go ahead and try this again. So we're gonna say upgrade, resume. So it just picked up right where it left off. I was able to just hit update and hit resume, and now I can try again to transfer files to the camera. It's giving me a warning. Make sure that another device is not connected, and we're going ahead and connecting. Let's go ahead and join, and that's it. Just like that, we're now transferring. And the camera shows that it's receiving data. Gonna wait a few minutes and we should be done. It's moving pretty fast. So at this point, you wanna be careful not to turn your camera off, not to do anything with the camera, just let it do its thing. What you'll notice is that there's really other than receiving data, there's nothing happening on the camera here. What you'll see is that there is this busy signal. There's a red light that you see blinking right there. And so that's how you know that the camera is receiving the files. All right, and just like that, we are done. The device is telling me file transfer completed. Check your camera screen to start. So that's it. At this point, you're done with your phone. Everything else you're gonna do now is gonna be on the camera, because for the remainder of the process, you're gonna be updating on the actual camera. Let's do the actual update. So what is gonna tell you here? It's gonna say, it says follow, please follow the precaution until the very end. So you actually have to read through this and scroll down before you can start the upgrade. And so once you've read through the precaution and you scroll down, you now have the option to either say cancel or to say execute, because you have the file on the device. So I'm gonna go ahead and execute this. So I went ahead and hit execute there. Camera is now updating. The only way you know that the camera is updating is you see that light right there blinking. That blinking light is gonna get faster and faster as the upgrade progresses. So you see how it's getting faster. So we're getting toward the end of the update. So we'll just continue to wait here. There is no other indicator. This camera looks like it's just completely off. Your screen is black. So the only way you know your camera is updating is based on that blinking light. That's gonna progressively get faster. And just like that, our update is complete. As soon as it was done, it just came right on and says body update completed. So let's actually go ahead and verify that the update actually worked. I'm gonna go to menu. I'm gonna go to the yellow menu here. I'm gonna go all the way down to setup options, number 13. Go to version, and if this worked, we should see version 5.0. And sure enough, there it is, version 5.0. So congratulations. Your Fx30 is now running version 5.0, or your Fx3 is now running version 6.0. Now, this version came with the ability to finally use shutter angle. So let's see if we have shutter angle. And this time you go up to this pink menu, your exposure menu. Under exposure, the very first option is shutter mode. Up to this point, you've been running in speed mode, where you manually adjust the shutter. But now you can choose angle. We have shutter angle turned on. Boom, immediately now we see here that we have this new shutter angle icon there, whereas before that just had the actual shutter speed. Now we have 180-degree rule, and that's it. Really no fuss. Like I said, going forward, this is the way you're gonna update all your Sony cameras using that Creators app. It's super simple. At this point, it's pretty safe. Okay, before you leave, if you haven't liked, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit subscribe and leave us a comment. Oh, and by the way, Sony released this other app along with the Creator app. The app is called Monitor and Control. It's a really cool way to actually monitor your camera without buying an external monitor. You have all the monitoring tools right on your smartphone. It's an app made by Sony. It's a great app. Check out this video if you're interested in seeing how that compares. All right, see ya.